Hello and welcome back to Rainbow Tarot. I am Kia. Hope you guys are doing well. Today I will be doing the general reading for the month of October 2019 for the collective sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Do note this is a general reading, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. However, if they do resonate with you, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I'd love to hear your story. Also, feel free to come back later in the month and let me know if anything here resonated with you as well. Also, if this message happens to not resonate with you, please do check your moon, rising, and Venus signs. There may be something in those videos that resonate with you a little better. And let's get started, shall we? So, my lovely, lovely, lovely Cancerians, I received the message that some of you in the month of October are definitely going to be working towards something, pulling together your resources to bring something that is just, I would say, in the planning stages or in the dreaming stages to a reality, into your physical reality. Some of you may be taking on something new, a new venture. I'm hearing talking, something that may have to do with speaking, maybe. Or maybe some of you guys in the month of October need to work on speaking your truth. I don't know, we'll see though. I'm gonna dig deeper into the tarot. Also feeling that some of you Cancerians out there in the month of October are going to be working on finding emotional balance again. Balancing out your emotions. Chariot wanted to flip out twice. That's the second time it did it, so I'm going to keep it. And it was just as I said, balanced. And Chariot is all about forward movement, but in a balanced way. Working with situations. I'll say working with the current instead of against the current in order to help make a difficult situation a more smooth transition. Because I feel like sometimes you can get in the place where you may be faced with a situation or there's something that you want to achieve and work towards. And there may be a certain way that you want to approach it, but that way may not be the smart way. I don't know if you've ever heard the term, work smart, not hard. The Chariot card popping out, especially as I was talking about that emotional balance, I feel for you, Cancer, is all about taking things in stride, finding emotional balance within yourself. So that you can move forward towards whatever this is that you have set in front of you here. But let's go ahead and start getting some cards out for you guys. What is the crowning energy for Cancer, for the Cancerian collective? Ooh, ooh, let's not do that. What is the crowning energy for the Cancerian collective in the month of October 2018? What is the crowning energy for the Cancerian collective, month of October 2018? Definitely feeling as though some of you guys may be a bit scatterbrained. because it's like I'm almost stumbling over my words. Yeah, it's weird. Very weird. Okay. Three of Swords here. Cancer, for your crowning energy in the month of October. What energy is in Cancer's heart space for the month of October? Energy of Cancer's heart space for the month of October. Heart space. Queen of Swords is your heart space. Okay, Cancer. So, let's see. So what I'm seeing here overall for you guys in the month of October is that in your crowning energy, we have the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords, I mean, in the simplest terms, is about heartbreak of some sort. And heartbreak can come in different forms. It can come from anyone, anything, any situation. But this energy is currently what is crowning you in the month of October. And I really do hate to see this, you know, for you guys, because I know as Cancerians, as water signs, as I call you guys the caretakers of the zodiac, because you tend to just have this natural motherly or fatherly aspect about you when it comes to other people, especially those close to you. And with you guys, it's usually those close to you that can hurt you the deepest, and that can honestly come for any sign, but I believe for Cancerians it's just something about that cuts even deeper, because most of the time you guys are all about family and close friends, those in your close circle. You know, your chosen family does not have to be blood, you know, could be your chosen family, however you want to view it. In the month of October, it just looks like you guys are in this headspace of heartbreak, and you know, you've been through a lot. There's been a situation here that's just really broken your heart, for a lack of a better term. And it's hurt you so deeply that it's, you know, pushed you into this Queen of Swords energy, which typically isn't a Cancerian at all unless you cross them. And growing up in the household of a Cancerian mother, I understand this. Like, when you guys get hurt, it's like you can, that warmth that usually like surrounds you guys can quickly turn into like a this cold, just this cold air around you, and towards, especially towards the person that hurt you. And so it makes sense that the Queen of Swords is coming up here, because in your heart space, Cancer, you're just kind of like, I'm over it. I'm done with the BS. You know, I'm I'm not here to be taken advantage of. You know, I do matter, and I'm just not going to stand for it anymore. I'm not going to tolerate it. It's like you're going in with that sword and you're just like, you know, because typically the thing about a Cancerian is that you guys will at least hear the person out. So that is one thing here with the Queen of Swords, especially with the Queen of Swords being here in the upright. She's not in the reverse. So I feel like you guys are still in the heart space where you're willing to hear someone out, but you're also not so naive to not be able to see through the deception or lies or whatever, or they're putting on, or for lack of a better term, the BS. You guys are pretty much just in that heart space where you're like, you know, I hear you, but I'm not going to fall for it again. I'm over it. I'm tired of being hurt. I don't want to deal with it anymore. This is also a card of cutting people out. Or cutting out things and situations that aren't good for you, that you don't want in your life. We have the Two of Coins here in the energy of the recent past. This can talk about being split between two situations, two responsibilities. Doesn't necessarily have to be two. It could just be, you know, you were in a space of trying to juggle multiple things at the time. Could have been more so internally trying to juggle two ideas or to juggle a decision that needed to be made. You were just, you know, trying to balance that. And again, balance again coming up here with the Chariot card. And having felt that energy, you know, that kind of work within my solar plexus area, picking up on you guys, that some of you, especially in the month of October, are going to be working on bringing in that emotional balance within yourself. Because I feel like whatever this heartbreak was, whatever this pain that you guys were dealing with, I just feel like it really knocked you off balance. And so it's taking you, you know, cutting whatever that was out and taking time to care on yourself and heal yourself, and in order to move forward. Because your grounding energy here is the Star card, which is absolutely beautiful. Star card talks about healing, hope, dreams, especially healing for you guys in the month of October. You're grounded in this healing energy. And you're standing firm in it with the Queen of Swords here. You're not budging. You know what's best for yourself. And I am so proud of you guys for deciding that, you know what, I'm going to stand for what I believe in. I'm going to stand for what I deserve. I'm not going to take the crap anymore, you know, and just be gone with it. Of course, this Three of Swords is still in your head. I mean, it's still on your mind. Pain doesn't just go away overnight, but that's what's crowning you. But what you're grounded in, which I absolutely love, is the Star, this healing that's here for you. In the energy of the near future, we do have the Eight of Cups, which comes as no surprise. Cancer, this is you leaving behind what no longer serves you and moving towards what does, moving into what you deserve, moving into happier days and more fulfillment and more abundance in your life. I'm going to clarify this Three of Swords here in your crowning energy. What am I doing? What did I do? What did I do, y'all? I don't know. I'm going to clarify this Three of Swords here in your crowning energy. I thought I had accidentally flipped the card over, but I didn't. So we're good. Yeah, I don't like this Three of Swords energy around you guys. Even though you're moving, even though you're moving on from it, it's still like this heaviness, and it's a sadness here. Like with the Queen of Swords, you won't let the person or people or whoever it is that hurt you or whatever it is that hurt you, you won't show it on the outside, but it's definitely there. It's definitely there, and it's heavy, and it hurts. I have a soft spot for my Cancerians, and being raised by a single parent who was one, like, I saw her passion and the energy that she put into others, the love that she put into others. And then, for people or to stomp on that and to hurt you, it's not right. It's not fair. And it's not fair that you have to deal with it. But Cancer, I'm so happy to see that, especially here in the month of October, you're like, no, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. You know you don't deserve it. And that's a beautiful thing right there. Clarify the Three of Swords for me and the Crown of the energy for... Ooh, that was quick. So, we have the Hangman that has popped out here. In this deck, the Hangman is portrayed as a man who's like barely floating. It almost looks like he's drowning. He has these piranhas at his feet just ready to chomp at him. Imminent danger here. The Hangman brings about looking at things from a different perspective, being able to see things for what they are. It could have been that Cancer, you didn't see. I feel like there was a veil over your eyes and you didn't see things for what they were. I feel like you, whatever the situation was, you were more invested in it than the other party or parties. Yeah, you were more invested in it. With the Page of Cups here, you were ready to step into something new. Could have been dealing with a younger person or somebody who was less mature on an emotional level. Could have been dealing with another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. Clarify the Three of Swords here, please. Clarify the Three of Swords here. Okay, let's see what we have here. So we have the Judgment card, Four of Chalices, Four of Swords, with the Judgment card, what I'm hearing for you, Cancer, is that in this situation, you could have possibly given someone chance after chance after chance. But then you kind of had to come to a place where you use better judgment in regards to the situation. You were trying to offer this person something substantial, something fulfilling. And again, it doesn't have to be anything romantic, It could just be that you were trying to offer them something that came from your heart space with the Four of Chalices here. But they simply weren't open to receiving that. Or either I don't know why I'm hearing it's like they threw it back in your face. Hearing sacrifice. And I'm hearing they threw it in your face. That's for somebody out there. Ouch. Whoever this person was, I feel like you made a lot of sacrifices. You may have even put yourself in a difficult situation for this person. you sacrificed your time, your resources, even for this person. And it's like they just dismissed it. They threw it back in your face. Yeah. I don't know who that's for, but that's for someone. And then with the Four of Swords here, this talks about rest, recuperation, and recovery. And I feel that like that's where you're coming from, right? Or that's where you are in your headspace, especially your crowning energy in the month of October, Cancer. With everything that's happened here, I just feel like this situation is definitely on your mind, but you're also consciously aware that you need to take time and rest and to come back from this, to give your heart time to heal and recover. And so that's the energy that's accompanying this Three of Swords energy for you in the month of October. Let's clarify this Queen of Swords here. Clarify the Queen of Swords, please, for Cancer, month of October 2019. Queen of Swords here for Cancer, month of October. Ten of Swords in the reverse, though. Ten of Swords is about pain and suffering and just pretty much everything that I feel like you've been going through within the situation, Cancer, but it's in reverse. And because it's in reverse, this tells me that you guys are definitely coming out of it. You're standing strong in this Queen of Swords energy, which is honestly what you have to do for you. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. You don't have to be a doormat for anyone. And I love it that you guys are standing in this power of the Queen of Swords. You're being very head over heart, which I know is not an easy feat for you guys, with you being water signs, with you being deeply emotional and connected to people. But you're standing in this Queen of Swords energy so strong, and because of that, you're coming out of this Ten of Swords energy. You're not going to be the victim of this. You refuse to be the victim, and I love it. It's empowering, it's beautiful, it's strong, it's just... it's wonderful. Clarify the Queen of Swords energy. Clarify the Queen. Ooh. Seven of Swords here. So I feel like this could mean a couple of things depending on your situation. One, this could be representing you seeing through somebody's deceit, their mischief, whatever it is, you're seeing right through it. They think or thought that they were getting away with this, and you saw right through it. I don't know why I just heard you are nothing without me, or you need me, or you won't leave me, or something like from the other person. And you're like, I won't do what now? Because watch, this is me leaving because I am done. Oh, I love it. Cancer, this is awesome. You guys are awesome. I'm like your biggest fan right now. Like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. You guys rock. This is inspirational, you know? Let's clarify this Two of Coins in the recent past. Why is the Two of Coins here? Why is the Two of Coins here? Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Coins here? Why is the Two of Coins here? What was... One more, please. Woo! Okay. Strength. Okay. All right. So clarifying the Two of Coins, we have the Ten of Wands here. The Ten of Wands can talk about carrying a heavy burden, having a lot of responsibilities on your plate. It also talks about the end of a cycle as well. And it's paired with the Emperor card. So it could have been that you were dealing with a fire sign or an Aries even. Does not have to be. Could just be somebody encompassing this Emperor energy. And then with the Strength card here, this is you standing in your strength and continuing to be strong through this situation. It's just awesome. But with this clarifying, this situation with whoever this was, which again, it could have been an Aries, does not have to be. This was a burden on you. This added a lot of responsibility to your plate, you know? And you were having to juggle, and you were doing pretty good at it. You were standing in your strength here, you know, continue to stay strong throughout the situation, making these sacrifices that you felt needed to be made for this Emperor. Because that's what we do when we care about someone. We make sacrifices. We put ourselves in uncomfortable positions and difficult positions for those we love and care about. But where the problem comes in is where they wouldn't do the same for you. Another clarifier for the Two of Coins, please. Another clarifier for the Two of Coins. This is awesome. Y'all are awesome. I know I'm probably going to say awesome so much because the energy I'm picking up from this is it's just so empowering. Like, I went from the Three of Swords energy to being sad and distraught to now feeling like I'm on top of the world. Like, nothing can touch me. And for you guys to be standing in that energy in the month of October is absolutely beautiful. Wait a second. I'm trying to remember bits and pieces about the Aries reading. If some of you have Aries strong in your chart, I feel like you should look at the Aries reading. For some of you Cancerians out there. If you happen to have Aries strong in your chart, or you have Aries moon, rising, or Venus, I don't know, I feel like it might be worth your time to look at that reading. It may relate to a select few of you. As far as a situation, a difficult situation. Yeah. 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 This was definitely a situation that happened in the past. I feel like you gave a lot in this situation. You gave a lot of love and care and devotion to this situation, to this person. And I feel like because it was probably one-sided, it just became a heavy burden on you, and you were just trying to juggle responsibilities. The responsibilities you also had in your life, on top of the responsibilities of someone else. Which you guys will do for those who you care about, because, like I said, to me, Cancerians are the caretakers of the zodiac. Their strength is caring for other people. And if that means sacrifice of them, to have to sacrifice of themselves, they'll do it. And it's another thing I really admire about you guys. It's beautiful. Let's clarify the Star card in your grounding energy. Why is the Star card here in Cancer's grounding energy? Why is the Star card here? The Star with the Star. The Star card, clarifying the Star card. There could very well be an Aquarius in your life, someone who helps you to stay grounded, someone who lifts you up. This could be a person in your life, definitely, that's helping you through this difficult situation. But for the Star card to come out clarifying the Star card, you're definitely grounded in a place of healing and recuperation and hope of better days. You see better days ahead of you. You know that this is not the end of your journey, that this is just the end of a chapter, and you're aware of this, and you're standing grounded in this hope, in this and in this healing that's here for you. And this is absolutely beautiful. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups here and the energy surrounding you in the near future. I'm just flabbergasted. Yes, I just said flabbergasted. Eight of Cups. What's the Eight of Cups here? Five of Chalices. This card can be a card of loss, regret, looking back on the past, things that hadn't been, wondering what would have been, what could have been, just dwelling on sadness and loss. It's clarifying the Eight of Cups. So definitely moving on. Moving on into towards the end of October into November, I feel like you guys are definitely releasing and letting go of what happened in the past. Like, I'm not saying forgetting, but releasing it and letting it go so that it doesn't weigh on your shoulders any longer. For the Eight of Cups, please. The release of this emotional burden. Okay, wow. Yes, that's quite too much. Quite too much. Like 8 cards wanted to pop out. Release the Eight of Cups, please. Release the Eight of Cups. So we have the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. There could be still some of you that might be struggling with self-limiting beliefs in regards to moving forward, but we're human and this happens. It came out with the Nine of Wands. So with it coming out with the Nine of Wands, and let me just so you can see them both. This tells me that you're close to coming out of this. This could be something that's, carrying with you even now. I feel like there may be some of you in the collective that still may be, even questioning, could you have done something different? Or why did I do that? Or maybe there's something that I didn't do right. Just self-limiting beliefs. This card can also just represent you holding yourself back by your own thoughts. If you feel like you're stuck or that you can't move forward, it is due to you holding yourself back, nothing in your external reality. This is all within your mind. So it's going to be important that you keep your mind, your headspace in a positive space, and affirmations are everything. Continuing to believe in yourself and your ability to move through this and get through this perfectly fine is going to be everything. Because of the Nine of Wands here, this tells me that you are definitely coming to the end of this cycle. You're walking away and you're walking into something even greater. Clarify this Nine of Wands, please. Clarify this Nine of Wands. Because I feel like you've been through this cycle quite a bit. Yes, something new is on the horizon for you, Cancer. Something new is definitely on the horizon for you with this Page of Pentacles. Something new. There's a seed that's been planted, and I believe that in the near future, you're definitely going to start seeing some fruits of that labor. You're definitely going to see a glimmer of hope. This Star card here that you're grounded in will not be for nothing. And it may not be something huge. It may not be like a huge show. It's just going to be like a small confirmation that the decision you made to move on will have been the right decision, because abundance is awaiting you in the future. So Let's see here. Let's get some advice for you guys going into, well, for the month of October, because we're already here. Sorry that you guys ended up being my last reading. I do apologize. I got behind on it. I ended up starting my readings like in September, but with life and dealing with my own stuff, it kind of just got pushed back. But I got you guys in, and what I'll do is probably my next series, I'll have you guys earlier in the beginning. Let's get some advice for you, Cancer, for the month of October. Advice for Cancer for the month of October. Advice for Cancer for the month of October. Whoops. Advice for Cancer for the month of October. Advice for Cancer for the month of October, please. Advice for Cancer for the month of October. Ooh. Advice for Cancer in the month of October. Oh my. All right, Cancer. Well, this is a surprise. This is a surprise. So, remember I mentioned that seed that was planted by you making the decision to move on from this that was no longer serving you, from this situation where you were taken advantage of, where your sacrifices weren't acknowledged or spat on or taken for granted, however you want to look at it. By you taking the step to move forward, it is going to spring you into something absolutely beautiful. The advice here from Spirit, because we do have 3 major arcana on the board here. The first one being the Judgment card. I feel like Spirit is calling for you, Cancer, in the month of October to follow your heart, your calling. Listen to your intuition and messages from the divine, from source, whatever you subscribe to. Now's the time to listen to that and to follow the call of your heart. And to also be wise and use judgment. It's going to be important that you not only follow your passion into whatever this is that you're moving into. It's going to be important that you live your truth, whatever that means for you. That you live your truth, that you see the truth of others, and that you cut out what is no longer serving you. Anything that is not for your highest good, it's time to sever it. And to walk in your truth, whatever that may be for you. Sun card was the next piece of advice here. So, this speaks of happy days of joy, of relishing in that childlike wonder, seeing the world through a child's eyes even, enjoying the small things in life, just being happy in who you are and what you have, and gratitude, and just standing in that sun, that sense of being, because the sun is all about that, just a sense of being. So it's just standing and being and relishing in who you are, Cancer, is what I'm hearing here. Because with the Knight of Cups coming in with the 10 of Pentacle, here I see that a happy home is definitely on the horizon for you. You are headed towards Happier days, Cancer. Happier days of abundance and stability. There could be someone in the future that comes towards you making an emotional offer. But if they do come in and make this emotional offer, and I feel like this is someone different, not the person from the past, not the person that hurt you. I feel like this is someone different. That this could definitely be a stable offer, but it's going to be important that you do continue to stand in that place of intuition and strength and truth and know what's real and what isn't real. Learning from your mistakes of the past so that you can see through it should it happen again in the future. So the Four of Wands. Four of Wands card to me, I read it as a card of union. But with it being clarified by the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, with these two cards coming out to clarify it, for me, Cancer, this is definitely coming into union with yourself within. Remember, we talked about that balance before. Sorry. Remember we talked about that balance before? This is calling for you to embrace your Empress energy, to stand in that creative energy, the energy of manifestation, the energy of nurturing with the Queen of Pentacles here. This is a time for you to move into a period of self-care, Cancer. All of that work and sacrifice that you put into someone else or something else that just seemed to get thrown back in your face, that just, you know, left you heartbroken and torn. It's time for you to take that energy and put it into yourself. That is what these cards are calling for you to do here. It's time to come into that sacred union within yourself, to find that fulfillment within yourself. Because I feel like once you do that, once you come to a place where you're standing in this Empress energy, it's going to attract a true Emperor. It's going to attract someone who truly sees your worth and everything that you bring into the table. It will usher in this offer of emotional fulfillment from someone. But first you have to stand in your strength and who you are. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you expect someone else to? If you don't love yourself or find worth in who you are and what you bring to the table, how can you expect someone else to do that? Otherwise, you end up getting taken advantage of, those who just seek to take all that you can give to them. And you are so deserving of someone who sees beyond that. Who sees your worth, who not only, you know, sees what you can do for them, but sees what they can do for you. For some of you, I'm feeling that this Knight of Cups is a call for you to follow your heart, to not be afraid to step into a place of whimsy and excitement, to not become so cold because of things that have happened in the past. Because there's still people out there who are going to treat you right and treat you fairly and not take advantage of you. I feel like this is calling for you to not allow this past situation to make you cold to everyone in your outside world. Okay, so let's move on to the Oracle. And that'll be the last bit here. What I'm feeling called for you guys is from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So let's see. What oracle message do we have for the sign of Cancer for the month of October 2019? What oracle message do we have for the sign of Cancer for the month of October 2019? What oracle messages? I'm hearing you are loved, Cancer. You are loved. Even though some days it may not feel like it, you are most definitely loved. And it's important that you remember that. Even if you have to say it every day, if you have to look yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I am loved, until it just, sticks. It's important that you remember that, because you are indeed loved. You are not on this journey alone. None of us are. Let's see, what oracle message do we have for you? All right. So, the card that you got for the month of October is the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. And I'm going to read it direct from the book here. If I can find it, that would be great. Okay, there we go. All right. So, the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. You are being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet, and as you travel and share your creation, something is rethreaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You are being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you in your soul's personal mission. You are a part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. The Work Your Light activation. I choose now to let myself be seen. I am ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. Wonderful, Cancer. So yeah, definitely. I feel like in the month of October, you're going to be focusing mainly on coming out of this difficult situation that you were in. But coming out of this and making the decision to move forward towards things that better serve you is going to run you into a group of people or a network of people who are going to be on the same wavelength as you. You will no longer be putting your energy into something or someone that takes it for granted, which is wonderful. So I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. If this message did resonate with you, please like, comment, share, subscribe. If it did not, do remember to try and check your moon, rising, and Venus signs. There may be something there for you in those videos. And I'm going to leave it here for now. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.